And I think we're seeing that today. I've always had a
And you
certain
mean
sympathy.
and you mean because well, we say this on the show quite a bit. The
Yeah,
massive destabilization of these other countries. The United States goes in, destabilizes Iraq, Yemen, Somalia, Sudan, you name it, Honduras, Nicaragua, whatever it is. And then, of course, our borders are wide open, and those individuals then flood into the United States. Is that why you're saying that?
well, that's part of it, yes, sir. But I'm saying that only an idiot would believe, with an open southern border, that we're not getting significant numbers of Al Qaeda and ISIS people into this country, along with the Iranian intelligence service, the Chinese, the Russians, anyone else who is an enemy of ours, or we've designated as an enemy of ours. So what we're doing is just allowing enemy forces into the country. I think the biggest noise has been made about the Chinese, but uh, we put ourselves right in the soup. We're going to be fighting a war here at home, I believe, certainly against the Islamists, because we've cut our last tie with the Islamists with what we've done with Israel. So it's a very difficult situation, and it doesn't take a lot of brains. I'm not a giant smart guy, but I'm certainly I have a little common sense. And if you open your border, if you don't have a border, you don't have a country, as they say. And I think that's exactly right. We don't know who's here. We don't know how many guns they have. We know the Chinese are shipping guns in through Mexico, over on the Pacific side of our country. So what are we doing? It's like not having a government.
We've documented on this show, of course, the military age men, the Chinese
Yes,
military age men, the Venezuelan military age men, the gangs that are currently in Aurora, Colorado, and other spots that have taken over apartment complexes. We've seen what's happening with MS-13 and other gangs. We've certainly been covering what's happening with Al Qaeda and ISIS. Do you believe there's a large army now in the United States that's preparing something?
I wouldn't doubt it a bit. In fact, I think unless we assume the Chinese, the Iranians, and the rest are stupid people, um, they're here. America has had through God's gift two mighty allies called the Atlantic and the Pacific. And people say now these days, well, those two oceans don't matter because of nuclear weapons and missiles and things. But the point is, the most secure point we've ever had was when we had mutually assured destruction with the Russians. And we saw nobody floating over to try to invade the United States at that time. And our border was reasonably quiet, or at least it was reasonably alert to people who are on the lists of terrorists or foreign military intelligence people. So, Al Qaeda knew, Osama knew he couldn't float guys across the ocean with an AK bottle of water on a pontoon. It's never going to work. What do you need? You need an open border. You flood the field, then you don't know which Muslim is respectable and which one is your enemy. And the way we've acted in Israel now, all of the Muslims in this country are more or less anti-American. Whether they'll take up a weapon, of course, is another issue. But I would be surprised if many would refuse to support armed people who were in their country to get back at us for what we've done from Kabul to Tel Aviv, in that whole slot of territory. And you don't see anything in the media, but you don't see very much at all in the media, except on your program and several others, about foreign policy.
It's deeply disturbing. And one of the things that you raised is about Americans being involved in these conflicts.